It was a day just like today when I was playing Marvel Strike Force and just going through the normal routine on my account. Recognize I do have two accounts, an Endgame one and a new player one. So we were closing in on finishing our things for the normal Endgame account, the one that I've been playing since the beginning. And then we switched over to the new player account and something very, very interesting happened. We started working on our dailies and started collecting a few from the screen here, and notice something has changed. It says now claim all clear objectives to collect Thor shards, and Thor there is in bold. Now, why is this significant? Well, this did not used to be here. A few short days ago, this was not the case. You would continually collect shards for Wolverine, especially as a new player that came in handy. The Exalted X-Men, new team, Wolverine's on that team, but now things have changed. So instead of getting Wolverine, we're now getting shards for Thor. That is a big change. Why would that be the case? Well, first off, just to allay our fears, if we don't have our Wolverine maxed out, if we're still somebody who's going to be building him, that's okay. He's a great character. We want him. We want him to get powered up. So all we would have to do is go on the Wolverine character, pick find, and it's going to take us there to the supply section. And we see there he is right there in the middle. Wolverine is in the character store. So we can always get Wolverine shards for shop credits. So then when it comes to Thor, what could be going on? Why would they change the character for the daily objectives? This is something, again, that as new people come to the game, they're going to be getting those characters, right? They're going to be getting that character. And so then why would they want newer people to get Thor? Well, I think the answer is pretty straightforward. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is starting to ramp up again, and Thor is an iconic character. So as individuals go see the movies, that nostalgia comes back. They want to do something, maybe game-wise, right? Maybe they go to the comic store, or maybe they want to do something game-wise. And so then which characters are going to bring that nostalgia that they're going to be looking after? And Thor is indeed one of those characters. Now, we're going to have to wait till the end of the year, but we know that Avengers Doomsday is something that a lot of people are looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So although that is a few months off, in the meantime, what could be happening is people are drawn to the game. So with Spider-Man coming out, Spider-Man Brand New Day, again, same thing. People come to the game, they're going to be playing, and they'll start racking up shards for Thor. It might not do anything right now. Thor is an older character. He's outdated. So the next movie coming out once again is Spider-Man Brand New Day. People will be drawn to perhaps this game from that. They're going to have the Amazing Avengers to play with. Spider-Man's on that team. And then, right, while that's happening, while they're playing the game, they'll start acquiring shards for Thor. He's a character that people will recognize. Once again, he's iconic. And, right, it'll just pique people's interest a little bit and give them a little bit more of a reason to stick around. The thing is, Thor isn't doing anything right now in the game. He hasn't been touched for quite a long time, right? He's an older character. His power, comparatively speaking, is not very strong. So even if people were to power him up, they're really not going to get much for it. So what does that mean? What does that indicate? Well, I think that means that Thor is going to be reworked, and somehow they're going to put him on a new team. So we're just speculating here. What team would that be? Which characters could also be reworked and be on that team that would really just resonate and bring attention to people who, again, are iconic Marvel Cinematic Universe fans, right? We have to be characters that they would know and they would understand and it would make sense to them. So here we are on the official Marvel website, and we're just looking at the Doomsday trailers because I think they're going to have a strong indication of what characters people will recognize and what they'll be looking for when they start coming over into video games. So for example, we recognize that one of the primary trailers is this one here featuring Steve Rogers. So Captain America. I think Captain America would be a good rework to go along with Thor. It works very well. If you used him in the Danger Room, then we recognize that individuals that are Avengers, right, as Captain America or anybody was taking those hits, Thor was getting charges. If he gets charges, then he's able to put the hammer down when he does his outer turn damage. And it was great in the Danger Room because you could see what happened when you powered Thor or it gave you higher stats, right? We could see what happened when he would have modern day stats. He worked really, really well in that game mode. And again, I think the whole reason for this is as we get closer and closer to Doomsday, these trailers are going to get more popular again. People are going to be looking for them again. And Thor is one of the principal members that will be returning for Avengers Doomsday. He'll be somebody that people want to, that they recognize. They'll be looking to use him. They'll just assume that he's good when they come to the game, but that time is not yet now. There is a trailer for the X-Men, and I think that's for the future. I think that after we get through this Avengers storyline, Marvel really wants to start leaning into the X-Men, so I don't think they're going to do anything with them at this point, even though they also have a trailer regarding Doomsday. The other official trailer is featuring Letitia Wright, Black Panther, Shuri. I don't know how I feel about that one. I would really, really like a Black Panther rework, and maybe that is something that's coming soon. That would be great. That would be great. I really like it. I just don't think that she fits when it comes to Thor, right? If it was her and Captain America, maybe that would make more sense. But when it comes to Thor, I just don't know if she fits. However, if she's prominent in the movie, people will recognize her. And so then it would make sense to give her that rework as well. And those two characters be the reworked characters for some type of a new team. I think though what makes the most sense is they're reworking these, again, iconic Avenger characters, ones that people recognize from the MCU. And as we look at our list, we recognize Hulk there. He's on the Amazing Avengers. He's reworked. Iron Man, he died, right? So he died in the MCU. I don't think that he's a character that they're going to redo, at least not right now. There is a possibility. I think. So we look at our Age of Fear graphic here, chapter 1, which we're not finished with. We are closing it out. Under fan favorite reworks there, we do see an Iron Man icon, and Iron Man has not yet been reworked. So it is a possibility that might happen as we close out the chapter, and that might mean that Iron Man is the character that's going to be reworked. That's a definite possibility, and not one that I really thought of. Again, he did indeed die right now in the MCU. So I don't know if people are going to be necessarily looking for him in games. It might be, right? As we go forward, maybe they'll have some more trailers or things like that. And if they reveal that there is a version of Iron Man coming up, right, or alive, sort of, somewhere in the multiverse of the MCU, then maybe that attracts people's attention. And maybe they do indeed come back looking for Iron Man. So continuing across the page, Black Widow. Again, she died in the MCU. That then leaves Hawkeye. He hasn't been touched in quite some time either. He's a character that definitely could be reworked and be a member on this team, or we'll have to see what they come up with. I'm thinking they'll make some type of a new kind of an Avenger team, or just something iconic that people would see and recognize those characters as they come back to the game. At least the primary core reworked characters. Once again, it needs to be something that people recognize as they're going to be coming from an outside source and coming in. And as you notice, there was one person that we really did not focus on, and that was Captain America. And so I'm going to be completely honest here. I think that Captain America is the pick. I think that it will be him and Thor that received some type of special treatment. They're both going to be in that movie. They're both iconic. And we did get a serious boost in power for our Captain America, right? We got him at Gear Tier 20 during the anniversary event, the Best Buddy event. So there's a lot of people that if they've just been playing the game, they were able to get a boost for their Captain America. So it just makes sense to me. This is for a reason. They said that all those things happened for a reason. They're using all those characters. So again, it would mean to me that he would again be perhaps slightly tweaked and reworked. We already have that investment, just like those of us who've been playing had that investment with Spider-Man. And we can just plug this guy in and get our team up and running. People coming from somewhere else, they know who Captain America is. They're like, oh yeah, that's Cap, that's Thor. And it makes sense. They have a nice animation that's already built into the game between the two of them. So I think that's the pick. I would be curious though to know what you think. What kind of a team would this be? Would this be some kind of a new Avenger team? Can you think of a different name? Like I'm not sure, right? Who would be the other members? I'm assuming they would be newer characters. So who potentially could they be? I want to know your thoughts on this. We'll leave it open. We can go ahead and talk about it in the comments below. But if you are looking for what teams you should be working on right now, if you're looking for the best teams in Marvel Strike Force, please be sure to check this video right here. We just got done putting it together. I want to know if you think that these are perhaps the top 5 teams that people should be working on at the moment. I think they are. It's legit.